Hello, everybody. My name is Emily B., also known as Emily Benford, and welcome to our second open mic night brought to you by the VHL Alliance. This is a special night and a special month because May is VHL Awareness Month. Yay! In fact, thinking about that, I guess we should have all wore blue today. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We have a few people here that want to share their gifts and their stories with you. Just for a place to come and be creative together and to remind everybody that we are more than being a VHL warrior. We actually have gifts and talents. It's amazing. If you didn't join us last time, it was beyond what I could have imagined. It was absolutely beautiful. I mean, the gifts of these people, you're going to be very, very pleased tonight that you tuned in. So let's just get going. I guess I'll start us off with a song. We were talking about this and we kind of thought, it'd be cool where it's VHL Awareness Month to be able to do some songs that are inspiring and, hopefully uplifting, because we are fighters and we want to keep each other motivated and we want to stay motivated. So that's kind of our theme for the night. So I'll kick us off. I'm going to do the song that I do probably every year. If you guys are familiar with Sue Ellen Lindquist's Mother's Day VHL run that I usually sing at, and unfortunately we missed this year due to COVID, but this is kind of a staple that I always do to kick the run off. This is Katy Perry's Roar, so I'm going to give that a shot. I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess, so I sat quietly, agree politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, a fire, dancing through the fire, cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion, cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. Now I'm floating like a butterfly, singing like a bee. I earned my stripes. I went from zero to my own hero. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire, cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion, cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. All right. Thank you again for joining us. My name is Emily B., and this is our second month of the VHL Alliance's Open Mic Night here on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us. That song got me amped up. I'm like ready to go for a run. I'm not a runner either, but maybe I'll go try after this. All right, next up, we have got Terry Montalvo from Pasadena, Texas. Hi, Terry. Terry, you're new to us this month, aren't you?
Yes, this is my first time.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. How's Texas? How's the weather right there
Oh,
right now?
hot,
Is it
humid,
hot?
ugly hot.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've only been to Houston. I've experienced the humidity of a Houston summer, and I don't envy you. I don't envy you at all.
Yeah, yeah, no. That's why I'm staying in. Aside from the COVID, uh,
Yes.
we're inside.
Good. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. If you wouldn't mind, before you sing your song, if you could just introduce yourself, give us like a brief synopsis of like your relationship with VHL. And even on top of that, I would love to know like what is it that keeps you going? What inspires you? So, tell us about yourself, tell us your VHL story and what it is that inspires you, and then serenade us.
Okay. Okay. Well, my name's Terry, and I am a family of six siblings, and three of us came down with, actually four. I'm sorry, four of the six have the VHL. I didn't know at the time. Internet wasn't in, so we can Google everything. So I mean, we knew everyone had tumors, and unfortunately, we've already lost my father, my older sister, and my older brother. And my younger sister has it. Right now, she's on her last stage of a renal cell. So she's going through immunotherapy. So we have a lot of faith in that. And she ain't going nowhere. So we know we're going to beat this. And well, I didn't know I had it. I was working at the time, single parent with three kids, and I got sick. And all of a sudden I went to the doctors, and the doctor tells me that I needed to, why wasn't I treating my tumor? And I'm like, what tumor? And apparently I had a 4-centimeter tumor in my left kidney. So I got it taken out and was diagnosed in 2009 with the renal cell, well, with the VHL, also the renal cell. And right away I got my kids tested, and of my 3 children, my 2 boys have the BHL. My daughter is negative. And right away, luckily we have MD Anderson here, the cancer center in Houston, and I got them registered, and they have a VHL. It's one of the care centers here with under Dr. Yonash, who is my doctor. And we've been dealing with that all this time. My boys do have gotten lesions throughout their body, and my oldest, my 16-year-old, just undergone his first kidney surgery. So in July, we'll find out if he's going to go through for his brain surgery for the one in his cerebellum. But they're the ones that keep me going, and I'm not going nowhere. They're not going anywhere, and we're gonna beat this. And I want to spread awareness, so that we can find a cure. We need to, because there's so many people, loving people, that need a cure for this. And now, I mean, I'm being seen, and then we'll see what happens next. So, but other than that, I mean, we're kicking and fighting, and we're trying to beat this heat in Texas. but we're going. They're the ones that keep me going. They really are.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Terry. We are ready to hear you sing, girl. What are you going to sing for us tonight?
I will be singing Piece by Piece by Kelly Clarkson. So don't laugh. And all I remember is your back, walking towards the airport, leaving us all in your past. I traveled 1,500 miles to see you. I begged you to want me, but you didn't want to. But piece by piece, he collected me up off the ground where you abandoned things. And piece by piece, he filled the holes that you burned in me at 6 years old. And you know, he never walks away. He never asks for money. He takes care of me 'cause he loves me. Piece by piece, he restored my faith that a man can be kind and a father could stay. And all of your words fall flat. I made something of myself and now you wanna come back. But your love, it isn't free. It has to be earned. Back then I didn't have anything you needed, so I was worthless. But piece by piece, he collected me up off the ground where you abandoned things. Piece by piece, he filled the holes that you burned in me at 6 years old. And you know, he never walks away. He never asks for money. He takes care of me 'cause he loves me. Piece by piece, he restored my faith that a man can be kind and a father could stay. Piece by piece, and piece by piece, I fell far from the tree. I will never leave her like you left me, and she will never have to wonder her worth, because unlike you, I'm gonna put her first. And you know, he never walked away. He'll never break her heart. He'll take care of things. He'll love her. And piece by piece, he restored my faith that a man can be kind and a father should be great. Piece by piece, piece by piece.
That was really, really good. Nice job.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
I was so nervous.
I know. I was going to say, it takes
here.
a lot of guts. Takes a lot of guts to get on here, but it's so inspiring. I think, you know, the last time we did this, people were just so encouraged and inspired, you know, and
Yes.
and when we're in this community of VHL, when we're on Facebook, you know, it's all about VHL, and which is great. It's a good resource, but I think it's so important to like remember that we are people with other interests and other talents. And I don't know, good job, girl. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I pray the best and you know, pray for blessings and healing over your family. So, you know, hang out with us still. Please come back next time we do this. We are going to do this again. So,
Okay, thank
right.
you.
Thanks, Terry.
Thank you.
For those of you who are just tuning in, this is our second month of doing the VHL Alliance Open Mic Night. And this month we are celebrating VHL Awareness Month. Did you know it's VHL Awareness Month? Spread the word. I mean, VHL Alliance is giving so many great tips and facts. And I just love seeing everybody just pumping the information out there and asking people to donate. I love that we get a whole month to just shove all this information in front of our friends and family so that they don't forget what we're fighting against and what we're fighting for. So thanks for joining us. That was Terry Montalvo. She was singing from Pasadena, Texas. God bless you, Terry. That was beautiful. Next up, I'm going to call up Carmel Trela. Carmel, are you there? Thanks for joining us again. We loved having you last time.
Well, I loved doing it last time. It was fun.
Good. That's great. Carmel's joining us from Gilroy, California.
Mm-hmm.
So another California person like myself.
Yep.
Carmel, if you want to, I know last time you shared a beautiful story of your VHL journey, which was
Mhm.
incredible. You know, I think they have the video on the VHL site still. Is it saved?
Yep.
I can get a thumbs up from Heidi. Maybe, yeah, it's saved on there. So for those of
Mhm.
you tuning in, if you want to go back and watch last month's open mic night, you can hear some of these amazing stories. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to, repeat it. We tell this story all the time. So don't
Yeah.
feel like you have to, but I still
Okay.
would love to know, what is it that has kept you inspired and positive and going during your VHL journey? Why don't you share that with us, and then you can go ahead and sing your
Okay.
song for us.
Well, as I referred to at the first meeting, I personally do not have VHL, but I am very, very much acquainted with it through marriage. I sat down one day and I thought about it, and I go, I've been VHL's affected me as a mother, a grandmother, an aunt, a sister-in-law, a daughter-in-law, and all those family members that I've come into through my marriage to my husband Joe, have all been like VHL warriors, and it's um, it's inspiring to see them how they go from day to day. Sometimes I can't do it, and it's like I don't even have the VHL, and there are times when I just feel like I can't deal with this anymore. But they inspire me so much with their attitudes to go on, that this is going to pass, that tomorrow's a new day, and let's just hope that there's something new is discovered. And that's kind of what gets me through the day. And right now, I have one son that has VHL, and he's, as a result of it, he's blind. But you would never know, the fact that he has a cane, that he's blind. I mean, he continues to do so many wonderful things. He works. He's the father of 3 children. He's positive and just an inspiration to me to see how he works through everything, and all the scans and everything. It's just amazing to see. And that's kind of, like I said, it's sort of it's actually imbued me with a kind of sense of optimism, that it seems like as the years progress, we get closer and closer to finding a cure or some kind of new process that's going to hold back the advancement of the disease. So I'm positive in that sense. And I can't help but see that in my son and in my grandson, that they also, and also my nephew, that they are seeing that as a way to get through this. That there's always tomorrow, and there's always something new to be discovered. So
That's incredible. And while we're talking on that, I think, we forget that it's not only the patients of VHL that need encouragement, but our families as well, because you carry so much of the weight. And as a mother myself, like, I can imagine, like, seeing your children go through that, kind of feeling helpless that you can't help them. So if there was like a brief, like, piece of advice that you would give to family members or friends of VHL patients, could you think of something that you would maybe encourage them with to kind of, I don't know, keep them encouraged and going too?
it's just, I mean, it's like, be prepared for what could happen. Enjoy what you have right now. I mean, as far as when things are good, enjoy them. Um, it's kind of like, I look at VHL as like kind of this wheel, and it's like you have your ups and your downs, and when it gets down, we always try to look at the positive, as eventually something's going to happen, and try to be positive and support them, and be supportive and loving and caring, and try to understand what they're going through, and just let them know that you love them and you'll be there for them. And that's the only thing you can possibly do.
That's great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, well, Carmel, whenever you're ready, let us know what you're singing tonight and go ahead and dive into it. Thank you so much.
I'm going to sing Cheek to Cheek. It's a kind of a funny, cute song, and it's positive. The other song I picked already was kind of depressing. I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. So this is like a more upbeat song. Heaven I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hang around me through the week seem to vanish like the gambler's lucky streak. When we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arm about you. That charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Come on and dance with me. I want my arm about you. That charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
Yay! Bravo! Everybody, that was Carmel Trila from Gilroy, California, singing Cheek to Cheek, which is one of my favorites.
Oh, good.
I will
like
always, I love it. I love these songs that you've been picking. I'm like, yes, I love to hear them.
Oldies,
Some of my
but goodies.
favorites.
Yeah.
Oldies, but always goodies. I love
Yeah.
it. Thank you so much
Sure.
for being here again. Hope to see you next time.
Hopefully.
Some of you I see are jumping on Facebook, and it's so good to see everybody. This is our second month of doing an open mic night for the VHL Alliance. And it's just so inspiring to be with everybody and hear their stories. Next up, I want to call on Joseph Addington. Hi, Joseph. It's good to see you again. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I love to sing, so.
That's good. Well, we love to hear you sing, so thank you for being here. Once again, Joseph and Carmel were part of this last month and shared some really incredible stories about their journey with VHL. So you can go back last month to the videos at the VHL Alliance Facebook site, and you can watch that replay. But tonight, we're kind of focusing on VHL Awareness Month and focusing on what keeps us going, whether you're a VHL patient or caregiver. You know, Joseph, why don't you tell us a little bit, like, what is it that inspires you? What keeps you sane during the ups and downs of a VHL warrior life?
Uh, hmm. I don't know. Well, even though she's not with me anymore, I'd say the thought of my mother and just overall good vibes, positive vibes, friends and family. Um, uh, I grew up in the church. Me and my mother, we were in choir together, and she had a gorgeous voice, and she was a nurse by profession, and she would sing for her patients. But as a patient herself, she wasn't. She didn't like it. She well, no, my. But yeah, it's mostly my mother. Uh, she was never really woe with me. She was always like, oh, she's like, oh, I lost an eye yesterday. It's fine. I'm gonna cook dinner. It's like it's all gonna be fine. We are going to deal. It's gonna be okay. And most of the family, they always had that vibe. They always had that mentality. They're like, okay, well, this happened, so let's figure out, like, okay, so how are we going to deal with it, and how are we going to, push forward? Because that's kind of like when you have VHS, that's kind of what you got to do. Yeah, you know, you know, stuff happens, but you do kind of got to look at the positives in life. Like, you could look at the glass half empty. It's that whole thing. But it's mostly my mother, and like I said, friends, family, music. Uh, it helps me stay sane. I love music. I think most people like music. Um, um, yeah, art. I went to school for a brief a time at East Tennessee State University for a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and it's a good therapy. It's a good outlet. So that's pretty much it.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that. What would you like to sing for us tonight? I'm excited to hear you sing.
I'm going to sing Go the Distance by Michael Bolton. I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a hero's welcome be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Unknown road to embrace my fate. Though that road may wander, it will lead into and 1,000 years will be worth the wait. It may take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through, and I won't look back. I can go the distance, and I'll stay hold till I go the distance and my journey is complete. But to look beyond the glory is the hardest part. A hill spring is measured by the heart. Like a shooting star, I will go the distance. I will search the world. I will face its arms. I don't care how far. I can go the distance till I find my heroes who will come waiting in your arms. I will search the world. I will face its heart till I find my heroes will come waiting in your arms.
Yay! Oh, Joseph, that was awesome.
Thank you.
You've got a phenomenal gift, my friend. That high note, I'm like, oh, he's gonna go there. Yep, he made it. That was so good. That's great. That's so good. I forgot how much I love that song. I haven't heard that song in a while. What movie is that from?
Hercules.
Hercules. That's what it was. I was thinking. I'm like, this isn't Mulan. Hercules. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, this is our second open mic night with the VHL Alliance. And that's everybody for tonight. Just a few of us gathered, which is wonderful. We will take whoever we can. We definitely hope to keep this going. I think this is really fun. It's really inspiring. So for those of you watching, whether you sing, whether you play an instrument, if you write poetry or spoken word, or gosh, even painting or drawing or reading, whatever it is, like this is open to you, and we would love to invite you along for the next one when we do this. So always keep an eye out on the VHL Alliance Facebook page, which is where they usually post it for you to sign up. Again, we'd love to have you guys join us next time. I just want to say thank you to the VHL Alliance for giving us this space, and to Heidi for helping me brainstorm this idea. I'm so inspired by this, so I absolutely love being part of it. And for all of you out there that are fighting the VHL battle, I just want to encourage you to keep up the good work. It's okay to have bad days. I think it's healthy for us to have days where we can just let it out and cry and be frustrated and feel sorry for ourselves. This is not an easy walk, and we don't have to always keep it together. So I just encourage you, with everything going on around us, keep fighting, because it's worth it, and your life is worth it, and you are worth it. And people need you around. People need your story to be inspired and encouraged. I'm inspired, encouraged by it. So don't give up. I mean, if there's anybody that knows how to fight, it's a VHL patient. So keep it up. Thank you again for joining us tonight. Keep spreading the word with VHL Awareness Month. Keep trying to do donation pages. Always tell people to go to vhl.org. There's so many good resources there. And I have to make a correction now that I'm saying that. I said that tonight's video and last week's video were going to be on the Facebook page, but I was informed it's actually They're posted at the vhl.org/together. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this community encouraging and uplifting. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.